Alright, sometimes you just gotta go, and you gotta go, you just gotta go. And sometimes you just gotta go to the next chapter in your life, or your movie and everything. You gotta be ready and prepared, and you gotta think about what you want to do and everything. But don't think too hard, and don't sit around, but don't jump to conclusions too often, and don't just be crazy all the time. Try to be balanced and stuff. But anyways, man. What does that mean? What does that mean? What am I talking about? I don't know. 2018, January 15. Monday. About 8:40 or 8:50 a.m. in the morning. And just trying to leave my house and maybe move away. Okay, this is my daily oats, my daily private diary journal thing. Just for me, it's not entertaining, it's stupid stuff. Maybe not stupid, I don't know. But talking a little bit like I did when I was a kid, back when I was 10, when I started making videos and everything. Back right before I turned 11 in 96, born in 85 in the Oregon, near here, in a hospital near here. We're in Cornelius right now. Grew up in Forest Grove with, it is a small city or town with less than 20,000 people. As of maybe the 90s or so, or maybe had less at that time. But regardless, there's a new Walmart here. I used it to be a field. Anyways, this is an update and stuff. This is not the Joey Arnold show. It could be the Joey Arnold show, but it's not going to be the one. It's not the one of where I would talk about more important things. You know, world news and not just my life. When the people can look at me and say, why do you always talk about your life? I think it's therapeutic. I think everybody can do it. You have the freedom of speech and everything. It may not necessarily be right or wrong. Actually, no, I do believe in right and wrong. But at the same time, our approach towards it, our perception of reality is tainted. It's not complete and everything. So obviously we're not perfect and everything. So we're not gonna totally know what's right and wrong. But there is a right and wrong. There's absolute truth and everything. I don't believe in relativism. You know what I'm saying? Subjectivity. I believe in objectivity, but a lot of people don't, or they don't really. They might say they believe in some objectivity, but they won't really believe it or want to believe it in certain situations when it comes to morality and ethics and what's right and wrong, what you should or shouldn't do kind of thing. It could be very difficult and stuff. My backpack is getting heavy. Anyways, in the last video I made, the smaller video, I just tried to talk about why I'm going because my dad doesn't care about my videos. Oh no, my 44 tapes, my Arnold attic films, and I left them there, and I accidentally kind of had the copies on DVDs and on hard drives and on the internet a little bit here and there, kind of, but not completely, and maybe I didn't make the copies good enough when I was trying to archive all my the home videos from 96 to 2003, and I've been making videos after that too, but that's not considered part of the canon. So let's try to keep the canon. The canon is the canon. But so it'll be difficult, but sometimes you gotta decide that it's time to go on and move on to bigger and better things. And that then happens, and you get the opportunities to go and do things. And you either take them or you don't. What am I thinking? You're thinking that life is very special, and it's a great opportunity that we all have sometimes you just gotta move on. It's difficult for me. The longer I stay in one place, the more difficult it is to leave, because I become more attached to people around me and things and everything. Mostly just the people, and that's the wonderful thing about the world and everything. Meaning of life is love. Meaning of love is life. And those 4 things you just gotta do. You gotta wait but live life, and you gotta listen but love life, and you gotta love but love, and you gotta fight but live love. Those are 4 things. 4 things. And those 4 things are basically, you gotta live, and you gotta have life, and have joy, and have hope, and have love. Those are 4 things: life, joy, hope, and love. And when I talk about those things, I really want to say a lot about those things. I make videos and I write about it. So I've been talking about this stuff kind of like pretty much since like 2007. I made the slogans and everything about L for live for, like what are you living for? Well, L for OJ, live for only Jesus. Love for only orange juice. Lamentations for Oatmeal joy. There might have been a few others, but there's different acronyms to the L and the number 4 and the O and the J. L for OJ. The letters L-O-J and the number 4. L for OJ. And I like to make up little jingles and dingles and songs and slogans and stuff. And you might like it too. You might like to do stuff too. And that's fun, that's good. For me, my life might be a little bit jungly. Might be a little jungly bungly. I make this video just as an excuse to talk on the phone, because it looks like I'm talking on the phone right now with my cell phone, but my smartphone. But it's make it a video apparently, and so this video's not really intended to be watched and stuff, but then again, if you are watching it, oh wow, thanks for watching, or thanks for nothing, or I don't know what to say. I really don't really know. I kind of know that some people kind of like me a little bit for some of the stuff, not all the stuff. So it's really kind of hard to organize and try to get to the point of where to what do people really like, what do people really need, where does God want me to be, kind of thing. I think everybody has to ask that question and figure out how to work with other people, get along with other people to an extent, but you don't want to get along with the wrong people if they're doing like the wrong thing, the bad things. And talk about subjectivity, what's right, what's wrong, who decides? Either God does or man does. That's pretty simple. It's difficult to be healthy when man is putting chemicals all over in the air, in the ground, all over. And we just gotta, ask people, talk about it. Like, ask people, like, what in the world's going on? Like, what is happening? Anyways, my desire, my passion is mostly in education and entertainment. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's a very general thing to talk about. Actually, some people kind of don't. But in regards to those things, there's a lot that you can do in helping the world, helping the next generation. A lot of people have these opportunities as parents, as teachers. All the parents are teachers at the same time, at least for their own kids, or even for people that, if you're an aunt or uncle, or you have friends with kids or something, you're able to influence those younger people. And a lot of times people in their 20s and 30s, if they're not in their own family, if they're not starting their own family, then they're like, hell with that, I'm not gonna get involved. Or maybe other people don't want them to get involved because they might be a pedophile or something. But actually, a lot of people aren't messed up like that. A lot of people aren't. They really are not. only some people are. But you can kind of know who those people are, but at the same time, it's not really as big as we make it out to be. Well, it's only been 10 minutes. So I'm probably going to stop now. And my goal would be start having like a daily Joey Arnold, Oatmeal Joey Arnold show or something, where I can go through topics and stuff. I've been talking about this and haven't been doing it for years and years. I've been like saying, oh, I'm going to make a Joey Arnold show. Then I do some live streams. But the live streams are not really the Joey Arnold show. I mean, it kind of is a little bit, obviously, because I'm in it and I'm talking this up. But the quality is not what I really intended to be. Really wanted to talk about poetry, like George Lucas talks about poetry. Things rhyme. I like rhyming, and it seems like my life is rhyming. Once upon a time, I went to Vietnam in 2012, just 5 years ago. And I started out in the north, in Hanoi and in Bac Ninh. Bac Ninh city is a city, okay, with like 1 million people or something, or in the whole area it's like 1 million people, but it's there because an English school asked me to come to Vietnam from America. So I came, and then they said, oh, we don't want you. Kind of like after like 5 days in Vietnam, got an email after, going to the school in Vietnam, working there, teaching there, interviewing and everything, with a few other English teachers from the Philippines. Like, they just said, we don't want you. And then, so I ended up staying at a restaurant, and I was just looking for other work instead of just going back home. This happened right away. The first time going to live in another country for a long time in my life. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, when I was about 27, turning 28 years old. And but here's what I want to say. So the first 2 months in Vietnam was in the north, and then after that I made my way to Saigon, to Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon City. First I went to I think I went to Hanoi around the 15th of January 2013, and so then I was hanging out with people looking for work, hanging out with people that I was meeting, and it was really interesting. Maybe I'll tell you about that another time. I still want to tell my story about Vietnam and everything. 5 years in Vietnam, a lot of things to say, talk about and stuff, but maybe not right now. But so first 2 months was in the north of Vietnam, and then I made it to the south. So likewise, now that I'm back in America, first 2 months was in Oregon, or almost 2 months, and now I'm making my way to another place, and another place like maybe Washington State, maybe to go see my mom and stuff. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Here's a disclaimer, I have no idea, but I will probably call my mother in a few minutes and ask her, can I come over? Just like I used to ask my friend Billy, hey, you gotta come over, let's play Sonic. Let's play Tricky X, the snowboarding game. Really like that game, Sonic and the snowboarding game. Those were the top two for that time. Knew him since I was about 8 years old, since about 93. We hanged out a little bit here and there since then, all the way to like, I don't know, 2001, 2002, 2003, it started fading away. And I haven't seen him since probably 2003, 2004. Might have called him maybe a few times since then, but still it's been more than 10 years. So things kind of go away and stuff for a while, but it's difficult, but sometimes you just gotta move on and figure things out. Alright, talk to you later.